All right, welcome into the latest episode of the Second Half Draft Show. I am your host, Juice, joined by Drew. No Headley tonight, but that's okay. That's all right. He is indisposed. But we have a pretty good show here for you. We're going to recap game of the week last week between the Washington Huskies and Oregon Ducks. We'll talk a little bit about Caleb Williams. There's a lot of scuttlebutt going around, the media, the socials on Caleb Williams. Certainly a lot of conversation about him and how close Drake may be and how scouts might prefer Drake May, especially coming off the heels of a bad loss to Notre Dame, frankly. And then, of course, we have the game of the week this week between Ohio State and Penn State, so Big Ten matchup there. And then we'll finalize it with the one-round mock draft. It's been a while since we've done a mock draft. I have yet to do a mock draft for 2023.
Yeah, man, where you been at,
so
bro?
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I usually just kind of proctor it, let you and Headley handle it, but I'm ready to get my hands in there, get my hands dirty, see what's going on, see what prospects I like in certain landing spots. So Drew and I will alternate between the selections. I think, Drew, you'll take the odds, I'll take the evens, and we'll see how it plays out. So let's start, of course, with the aforementioned game of the week from last week between the Washington Huskies and the Oregon Ducks. Of course, Washington came away with the win. Drew, your thoughts on that riveting contest?
Yeah, it was definitely riveting. I think it lived up to the hype. They were playing in Washington or Oregon. I can't remember. It was in Oregon, right?
Washington.
They were
in Washington.
Okay, they're in Washington. I can't remember. Yeah, it lived up to the hype, man. I think Oregon did exactly what I thought they would do, which is we're going to run the football. I thought that if they were going to win that game, they were going to have to do that. They was going to have to run that ball, specifically, I think, up the middle. I think not to say that Washington is marshmallowy, right? I don't think that's the case. But if I'm gonna beat Washington, it's not going to be throwing the football all over the yard. I think you're going to have to run the football, slow the game down, because that's a team that wants to play fast-paced football. And Dan Lanning knew that's what it had to be. And pull this roster real quick because I'm gonna go player by player here as I can. Player. Yeah,
Well, let me shout out D-Kit. What's going on, D-Kit? Joey Nichols, glad to have you in the building. Everybody else watching, glad to have you with us tonight.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. The repeat offenders, we love you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe.
The usual suspects.
Yeah, the usual suspects.
For sure.
You seen that movie? It's a good movie. You seen it?
Yeah, man. It's beautiful. Kaiser Soze.
You know? Hey, man.
Yeah, man.
Make a story out of anything. I love it.
Yeah.
But in terms of the Oregon offense, okay, I thought Bucky Irving.
Let's talk about the Oregon offense, shall we?
Yeah, but Bucky Irving, if you didn't know who he was, I think you know who he is now. I think he has to be. Should I use it? Skyrocketing up the running back draft board. I saw a stat that said that he breaks 21% of his tackles, or he breaks 21% of tackles. That's sixth in FBS football. So I think he might be right up there with your boy from Notre Dame, Estime, who we're going to talk about a little bit later. But he can catch out the backfield. He was stellar in that football game. He's got nice vision, got the beautiful burst. I think he was a problem for Washington. I don't think they had
contact balance is crazy.
It is crazy. That boy clean out there, man. He's definitely a big time to watch.
ETN. What you think, Drew?
Nah. I think Bucky got a little bit more physicality to his game. Not that ETN doesn't, but I think Bucky got a little bit more physicality to his game.
I think his contact balance is better than ETN's.
Yeah.
And ETN has more juice, more burst. But
yes.
There are some parallels there, D-Kid. I agree with the fact that there's some parallels, but that I think is what the difference is. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I thought Troy Franklin showed out. If you didn't know who he was, I thought he had a really good game. Tej Johnson, number 15, thought he had a decent game, and Treshawn Holden, also number 5, thought he had a good game. I think the receivers played fairly well. I thought that Bo Nix, when he was outside the pocket, I thought he was dominant, man. And I'm a little upset. I'm a little upset at the Washington defense in terms of trying to keep him contained consistently. I thought Zion, I'm gonna try it now. Zion
ZTF.
Zion to
This
Pua.
follow was saying ZTF like it was nothing, bro. So we're gonna go with ZTF.
All right,
bro.
ZTF.
Yeah,
I'm gonna back off and say we're not trying that today. So ZTF, I thought when he applied pressure, he just couldn't contain. He applied pressure, but he just couldn't contain Bo Nix, and Bo Nix got outside the pocket, particularly on his side until he got hurt. Obviously, I don't think he ever came back into the game. But
I thought Muhammad played well. You know, he got beat a couple times here or there, but yeah. I thought he played well.
I'm gonna get to him. Yeah, he did play well. I like Jabari a lot. I liked him last year, and he did play well. Physical guy. He's got to get his head around though, man. That's probably his biggest issue right now. I think the short to intermediate game, he nice, but down the field, can't panic, baby. Get that head around because he's a guy.
Exactly. Moment of truth.
He will attack. He will attack football. You got to do the one thing so you can do that, which is get your head around, right? Braylon Trice, I don't necessarily know that he did anything outside of, I thought he defended the run very well, but that was about all I saw from him. I don't think I saw him applying any pressure from the outside. And again, this is Oregon's offensive line. It's a really good offensive line. It's probably one of the best in the country. So but Bo Nix outside of structure, outside the pocket, he did a lot of damage versus Washington. And then just in terms of Washington's offense, Rome gonna do Rome. But I will say this:
Jalen Polk.
No. We'll get there in a second. Number 11. Number 11 for Oregon. What is his name? Where is his name? I saw it. Where are you at, man?
Your boy Kyrie Jackson left early due to injury. We were looking forward to that matchup.
Oh, okay.
He exited early with an injury. He was getting worked in the short period of time that he was there. He was getting worked, by the way. But
he was.
Didn't play that whole game.
Agreed. Where is it? I can't find him. Is it I can't even say this man's name. Treaquazy Bridges, number 11 for Oregon. I thought he was extremely physical with Rome, and I thought in the middle of the game, I thought he may have, I don't want to say locked him down, but he was there. Like he was breathing on Rome. He let him know he was there, but I think Rome got him at the end of the game with that last touchdown. Just out physicaled him. It is what it is, but I thought he played a really good game. You see here, we talked about Tysheem Johnson, number 0 for Oregon. I thought he got abused in coverage, but I thought he was a really good run defender. He's talking about Kyrie Jackson. He was getting done out there.
Like I said, he didn't play many snaps before he went out with injury, but he had his struggles.
Jordan Birch, I don't remember them ball calling his name outside of saying he was one of the key factors for the defense. I thought Brandon Dorlus actually had a better game.
Brandon Dorlus is a monster, bro.
Yeah, he was all over the place.
Been talking about him for a year, and Dorlus is a beast.
I mean, inside, outside, they was playing games up front with them.
3, 5,
it didn't matter. He has nice
pace. The alignment.
Nope, nice variation, good hands. Yeah, he's gonna be a guy that's gonna probably. A lot of people aren't gonna know about him, and then all of a sudden, scouts just one day for about a week straight, people are just gonna start talking about him because he's a guy, like you said, Haley been talking about him for the past 2 years, right? And I felt like he showed up. But it overall, good game. Michael Penix, I thought the boys made him a little bit uncomfortable. Was applying pressure. Obviously Dorlus was doing his thing. And the one thing that I think we already knew it, but you saw it more in this game is Michael Penix throwing the ball at different angles to get the ball out because of what was happening with the offensive line getting pushed back into him to get the ball out. But this wasn't an easy game for him, but he came through, man, big time.
Yeah, I think the running game obviously helps quarterbacks, right? And of the two quarterbacks, not to say that Washington was completely inept in terms of their running game. They had some nice rushes there along the way as well, but Washington obviously had to lean more heavily on Michael Penix's left arm compared to what Bo Nix was asked to do. Bo Nix, managed the game, made plays, a couple of opportunities there, but I never get the sense. That Bo Nix can just will his team with his arm, right? I get that from Penix. You know what I'm saying? I see that on Saturdays from Penix. When, like I said, Bo Nix has come a long way.
Yep.
This time last year, I was like, "Who? Bo? Man, come on, man. Auburn Bo Nix? That's who you talking about?" But no. Bo Nix deserves a lot of respect for the way he's developed, the way he's carrying himself, the way he's operating and moving this offense. But like I said, there are levels to this thing, and I think Michael Penix in this game, for my purposes, I'm not going to try to convince anybody otherwise. I think he clearly established that he's the better prospect as far as being able to throw the football, throw guys open, throw into tight windows. You know what I'm saying? That he doesn't flinch. He doesn't flinch. Penix isn't running around trying to get outside of structure, whatever. There's bodies around him. He's taking hits. You know what I'm saying? Birch and Dorless bearing down on him, and he's delivering the football, whether it be to Rome, whether it be to Jalen Polk. He didn't have your guy in the lineup. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. He still made plays. And I thought a couple times the Washington Huskies coaching staff got a little too conservative. You know, I think they had a really big possession. They were inside the 5 and 4 plays, I believe. They went for it on 4th down, and they didn't give Penix an opportunity to throw the football.
They ran it. That's crazy.
And that's what's carried you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get it. It's a a condensed field when you're inside the red zone, especially inside the 5 like that. But you got to let him cook, man. And I thought they managed to get away because, of course, Oregon didn't necessarily execute some coaching decisions. Dan Lanning, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The ball got back to Michael Penix, and he made the throws to Rome, and that was all she wrote. So I shouldn't say that's all true. It didn't quite end that way, but they were able to recapture the lead in a game where there was lots of ups and downs, lots of lead changes. The nervous system worked very well. We always look for that in terms of the quarterbacks, how he handles the ups and downs. And you could tell after that particular possession, he was visibly frustrated because it's like, look, man, I'm the trigger man. Give me an opportunity. We got 4 downs here and I didn't get one. You know what I'm saying? So I thought Penix bailed that coaching staff out. I agree. I think ultimately the Huskies defense and perhaps some of Dan Lanning's decision making bailed the Huskies out. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't make that call during that particular possession. So, but yeah, top to bottom, really entertaining games. A ton of prospects. A lot of players helped themselves. You mentioned Troy Franklin, speedster, easy speed. He certainly helped himself. Although we mentioned it, Jabbar Muhammad, he competed. He competed. Yep. He was impressive. He was impressive in my eyes. You're not going to win every rep, right? As a defensive back. And as you mentioned, you just got to work on, moment of truth, finding the football, locating the football, because he was in position routinely, despite the speed of a Troy Franklin. So, yeah. And then, of course, I mentioned going into this game, Bucky Irvin was going to be a huge factor. And he was. Bucky Irvin was terrific. Like I said, his contact balance really stands out. Got a great feel for it. Runs much bigger than he actually is. I think he's only about 185. You know what I'm saying? He's not a big back, but, he runs behind his pads, low center of gravity. Like I said, very difficult to get on the ground. So that skill set, the ability to catch the football, I think that skill set certainly plays at the next level. I don't expect him to carry the mail per se, but he will be a welcome addition to an NFL backfield. So really like what I saw from quite a few players on either side of the ball in this one. Let's talk a little bit about our guy, Caleb Williams. USC travels out to South Bend, and they got smacked. They got smacked, man. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you something, man. So, of course, I was watching Miami poop the bed. And this was during the same time. This was during the same time of the USC Notre Dame game. So I rewatched the game today. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you, I woke up this morning and I did not have Al Golden out coaching Lincoln Riley, as a talking point. That's not what I expected to see. That's not, right. But I think he absolutely did. So, USC is going to have to get it right fast because they got to play Utah. Utah play defense.
Yeah, it's that might be a better defensive team than
might be a better defensive team. So yeah, and Notre Dame looked phenomenal defensively in this game. So I want to get your thoughts. I want to get your thoughts on, both Notre Dame and USC, but I certainly want to get your thoughts on Caleb Williams' performance. Is it cause for panic? Because it seems like in the scouting community, you know what I'm saying? The Drake May talk keeps creeping in, and the sky is falling, and he's a flawed prospect. And I think there's a little bit of an overreaction, but I want to get your thoughts on it. Oh yeah, Howard Cross is a beast, kid, no doubt.
Yeah, listen, I don't I don't know how you watch Caleb Williams and don't expect one of these games, right? I just and maybe you know what? We jinxed him. We jinxed him, bro, because last week I said he wasn't doing the Patrick Mahomes stuff, right? He wasn't doing the excuse me, the Texas Tech Patrick Mahomes stuff in terms
Yeah,
of
yeah, you gotta clean
turnover.
that up.
Yeah, I do gotta
You gotta
clean
clean
it
that up.
up. It was disappointing because I'm watching the game and it's the second quarter with 3 minutes to go and he's thrown 3 picks. And none of them were, drop back, scan the field, and throw the ball. It was drop back, scan the field, move to my left, move to my right, move back, off the back foot. You know what I'm saying? It was always some kind of circus throw. Now, part of that may be on him missing the read. Part of that maybe, and part of it definitely was on the offensive line in terms of the pressure. He looked uncomfortable that entire football game, right? And I think Caleb Williams is one of those guys we look at and we say he can operate within chaos. I think I've said that before. But that he looked uncomfortable in the chaos that Notre Dame was applying to him. And it was either receivers were covered and Caleb Williams was trying to make a play, or receivers are open and there's pressure, right? And then it started to become an issue where it started to become perceived pressure. So we now know that he's human. We know this now, right? like we know now. And I was always expecting one of these games to happen because of the way in which he plays football. You can't play football like that every week and think you're going to win. You need to, at some point, be traditional, right? Every play can't be a scramble play. Every play can't be a sandlot football. You have to be able to drop back, but your guys got to win too, right? And those corners and those linebackers, yeah, they weren't out there getting those free releases like they normally do because everybody's scared of speed and whatnot. Whatever it is Lincoln Riley's trying to do, they was saying, "Yo, you're gonna have to beat us. I'm gonna line up over you. I'm gonna put your hands on you. I'm gonna give you what people should be doing to Travis Kelce. I'm gonna give you that work, and then we're gonna see what happens, right?" But the offensive line for USC played absolutely hot garbage.
Hot garbage.
Yeah,
I think a lot of what you say is very poignant and accurate. I'm gonna paint a slightly more optimistic. Not to say that Caleb Williams' stock is plummeting or whatever the case. I know that's not what you're saying. I actually think he played better than a lot of people actually are giving him credit for, right? I do think there were a handful of occasions where he anticipated pressure that wasn't quite there. He had another half a second to stand in there and deliver the football, and it didn't work. And I think on the third INT, threw 3 INTs in one half. You're not going to win that way, obviously. But I think on the third INT, that one was clearly, okay, you sped up. You actually had a receiver open.
Yep.
You bailed a bit too soon, and you still threw it to the guy that you were supposed to throw it to. but now the coverage has changed, and you're throwing it into the teeth of the defense. Yep. The first INT, they're doing the mesh point RPO, and he's got a guy on him immediately. So in terms of his process, he found the right receiver to throw it to, but he's throwing it off his back foot. It was like an alley-oop, right? Yeah, it was a little high. It found a defender. Okay. Again, we expect Caleb Williams to make that throw because he is a special passer, but that one got a little bit away from him. Second one, not sure if the trajectory of the throw would have resulted in a completion, but it was tipped at the line of scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? That one got tipped by a defensive lineman, getting a hand up, being a paw up. Of course, he was facing pressure. But as I watched that game start to finish, despite a very rough outing, particularly in the first half, I saw Caleb Williams operating from the pocket with his primary and secondary drop. I saw him working through his progressions. I didn't necessarily see an abundance of him leading the defender to where he's going to throw the ball, that is locking in on a receiver, predetermining where you're going to throw the football. It was very much what you said in terms of Notre Dame saying, okay, all right, we don't think you can actually hold up in terms of your offensive line, and we're going to disrupt your receivers. Brendan Rice, he caught a TD pass in that game. He also dropped a TD pass, right? He had a tough game. He actually had a couple drops in that game. You know what I mean? Dorian Singer, I don't know, milk carton. You know what I'm saying? Zachariah Branch, the super freshman, he's coming off of an injury, so they didn't deploy him a lot on offense, but I thought his speed could have made a difference because Notre Dame was playing downhill, as you mentioned, and you don't see a lot of it at the collegiate level, but they were impressed. They were impressed, and they were bump and run. They were physical. They got a few, pass interference, but they could live with it because they punched USC in the mouth. And the right side of USC's offensive line,
bad, bro.
It's swinging gate.
Yep.
It's a swinging gate.
Yep.
It's a swinging gate. So when I look at the totality of it, and I watch every snap, and I'm watching to see his, not necessarily the outcome, but his process in each of those dropbacks. And I thought he played better than the box score actually showed. Now, he didn't have a good game. I'm not suggesting he had a good game, but I don't think it was ceiling is falling. He can't play within structure. It's always a scramble drill with him. It's a scramble drill oftentimes because he don't have the protection. The difference is that his receivers are typically getting a free release and out to the route, and he can get the ball out quickly.
Out there. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, when Caleb Williams had time, he put the ball on the receivers.
Yep. Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, DK. I mean, I know it's not the I know I'm probably
going against the grain, bro.
Contrarian a little bit here. I think, but I watched it very closely. And I thought to myself, again, from a process perspective, I didn't see Caleb Williams doing anything wrong per se. We can debate that second INT a little bit. And like I said, I think the trajectory with that throw, it may not have made a difference if it didn't get tipped, but it did get tipped. So I just thought that there were enough plays in that game where I saw him do exactly what he was supposed to do, but somebody else blew their assignment. You understand what I'm saying? Whether it be the protection up front, whether it be receiver actually catching the football, receiver creating separation. Guys weren't getting open. They were being smothered most of the game. What does that result in? He's going to hold the ball. He's going to hold the ball to let his guys uncover. I think that's also part of the concern in terms of Caleb Williams is like, okay, well, you're not throwing with anticipation. Well, I mean, I get it. You got to throw guys open at times, but when a defensive back is not threatened, and unless it was third and long, the safeties were like at 8 yards deep.
Yeah, number ones.
They weren't at the customary 10 to 12 yards off the line of scrimmage. They were like 8 yards deep. They were not scared of anything going over the top. So when you can sit on everything, play downhill, and then, of course, you can't get it blocked up, you got pressure immediately, that's going to make for a long day. But again, I go back to the process, and I thought I saw more good process from Caleb Williams than bad. I think later in the game, he started to try to make a play. It's a 3-score game.
Yeah,
running out of time. I'm gonna try to make something happen, right? Whereas he might have had a guy at 5 yards hooking up at 5 yards that I might have been open. He's looking to push the ball down the field. So I excuse that. I excuse that at that point because that's what Notre Dame is giving you at that point.
Right.
It's like, hey, listen, it's 6 minutes in this game, and it's a 3-score game. Check it down. By all means, check it down. So I look at it start to finish. I don't think it was as bad as people made it out to be. And D-Kid made a good point. Drake May wasn't flawless. The box score is very different for Drake May, but he wasn't flawless. When Drake May faces pressure, he crumbles, my guy. He's got to improve from that perspective. When it's clean, he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. But he has a lot of work to do, and we gave him credit for taking some incremental steps. I think it should get better, particularly with Tez Walker in the lineup, but he's still having trouble understanding where the blitz is coming from and having a plan for it. And I'll make one last point because that actually reminded me of something with respect to the USC Notre Dame game. And this comes on to Lincoln Riley. There was no solutions for the blitz.
Nope.
You can't handle 5-man a pass rush. You can't handle it.
Yeah.
You simply can't handle a 5-man pass rush. Somebody was getting beat from left guard to right tackle. Somebody was getting beat on the 5-man pressure. There's no outlet. They're not keeping. There was no max protect. There was no running back coming in to chip. There was none of that.
It was Caleb save us, bro.
It's Caleb save us. You understand what I'm saying? So I think again, when you take all of that into account, I think we can get a kind of a skewed perception in terms of how he played. Again, certainly not his best stuff. I don't think his ball placement was terrific either. it wasn't a good game from Caleb Williams, but I don't think it was, like I said, sky is falling, ceiling is crumbling
No.
type of bad either.
And I'll say this, even when, because I've watched games of theirs be somewhat similar in terms of they're struggling to get the ball down the field.
Joey.
Caleb, save a hope, yo.
Seriously. I agree with DK. I did, because Utah is no slouch, boy.
No, you know what though? You know what though? They're gonna win. They're gonna win because
Utah. They're gonna win.
Utah.
Offensively,
offensively they can't unless Cam Rising ain't gonna show up. They'll get the win because they'll get the ball enough to where they'll be able to score points, just like I think it was Oregon State did. So, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying.
I don't disagree with that, DK. I don't disagree with it.
When you talk about when I watch USC, and you talk about USC in terms of Caleb Williams back there doing his magic. Part of that magic is when he takes off to run, right?
Yeah.
And when he did that in this game, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are big plays for them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Huge plays for them. And every time he took off the run, it was a big run.
They had the spy going. They had to,
bring it back. Bring it back, right? So, but in terms of that defense, bro, they better than last year. That USC defense, they better than last year, but they got punched in the mouth. And his name was Audric Estime. I mean, he was just running through them boys like it was nothing, right? And USC's got a long way to go in terms of improving that defensive line, getting some men up there, somebody that's willing to stick their head in there and cause some havoc. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they missing some dogs, bro.
Missing Thule.
Yeah, they are missing Thule big time. I know we can talk about
Thule,
what's the I think it's number 51 Bear.
Thule's the Chargers' best defensive player so far, right?
Facts. But we told people this, but people don't, people don't want to listen. It's fine. It's okay.
The general manager tried to tell them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, check that one out, Joey. Check that one out. Like I said, when it was clean, and Miami acted like they didn't have a scouting report on Tez Walker at all, so he torched them. He torched them. Amari Hampton, he's an underclassman, but he's impressive running back. You know the difference in that game was Miami kept shooting themselves in the foot with the turnovers. They've had 9 in the last 2 games. You're not winning games with 3, 4, 5 turnovers a game, right? And I thought North Carolina was a lot more physical. Their offensive line would get in behind the running back and pushing for another 4 or 5 yards. You know what I'm saying? At the half, Miami was leading this game. Right. They were leading this game, but fell apart in the third. Are you ready? Are you ready to move off Caleb Williams, Notre Dame, and get into this game of the week here between Penn State and Ohio State?
Let me look at the rosters real quick. I'll make sure I don't want to miss nobody.
I don't want to steal your thunder.
I think we're gonna be all right, man. I thought y'all mentioned him earlier. Howard Cross played well, and so did
safety
Javante Jean-Baptiste, number 1.
He played well.
Edge,
he played
and
well.
Then the safety who was making all the interceptions for them boys. Number 0.
But it was balling.
Yeah.
But it was balling. I forget his name.
Watts.
His name's escaping.
Xavier Watts.
Yeah. Xavier Watts. Yeah.
Well.
He was balling. Yeah, I'm with you, D-Kid. Yeah, not night and day from last year, but you know what I'm saying? They look I got ahead of myself. I was thinking, oh man, it could push a 10 wins. Nah, it's an 8-4 team.
Damn, brought you back to reality, huh?
It brought me back to reality, but it much better than it was a season ago. Absolutely.
Agree. Y'all headed in the right direction. That's what you look for.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You try to shoot high in college, but you get humbled.
Mm-hmm.
You get set to reality, and then my
Gators, back to reality.
You're in reality, so I accept it. We got to build this thing, right?
Got to build it up.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the game of the week. This Saturday, we got Penn State versus Ohio State. Obviously, lots of NFL draft talent in this particular contest. Unique matchups to watch and consider. Of course, you got Kalen King, Marvin Harrison Jr., you got Olu, you got JT. You got some good matchups. I think guys like Mike Hall going to be, those X-Factor types of players. Tyleik Williams, he's out there. He's doing his thing. I'm not sure if Travion Henderson is going to be healthy. You got some young quarterbacks, first-year starters, and Alar and McCord at Ohio State. So I'm going to be looking at supporting cast and who steps up in this particular contest to see who ultimately gets whichever team over the top. What about you? What are you honing in on in Penn State versus Ohio State?
Yeah, for me, it's going to be
Chop, for sure.
If Ohio State can start fast, because if they start slow like they did against, was it Maryland? Was it Maryland last week or the week before? I can't even remember.
Was it Maryland? I think it might have been the Terps. I think it was the Terps.
It could have been the week.
It was either.
Either way.
Yeah.
Either way, they got to start fast, man. And I don't know how you got the weapons on the outside that you have, or outside and inside, on the perimeter and on the inside, and not be able to get the football to them. Because if they start slow, I believe Penn State has enough defense and has the enough offense to essentially put this game away from Ohio State, man. So they got to figure that passing game out early, because I know usually in most games they figure it out late for whatever reason. I'm not sure what the problem is, but that's one thing that I'm looking at here big time. Last year you had JT had a highlight reel with this game last year, with all the stuff he was doing in this game.
They're gonna need that. They're gonna need that in this one too.
Most definitely. And he did most of that damage opposite Olu Fashanu. So let's make sure we make that clear. And I remember watching that game, and every other quarter he switched sides. So they weren't going to leave him over there on Olu all game, right?
That would be malpractice. They were trying to mix it up.
No, it would be malpractice. Somebody should lose their job for that. So it's a whole lot of players in here, man. Jack Sawyer, Tommy Eichenberg, Denzel Burke, Latham Ransom, Josh Proctor. You got your boy JT out there, like we said. You said is it Talik Williams?
Yeah.
I'm missing my guy. Michael Hall, you said him. Obviously you got Marvin Harrison Jr. going up against Kalen King. That'll be a matchup to watch. Emeka Ibuka out there. You got Julian Fleming, receiver as well. You also got Donovan Jackson, left guard, that we're looking at too. So and you also have Cade Stover, the tight end, number 8. So it's some names out here, man. It's some names. And this is probably for, let me check. Let me look at the Big Ten. Is Big Ten is 2 different sides? I think. Let me check this, bro. I got to check this, to make sure.
Is it still 2 different sides?
I think so. Let me check it real quick.
Shout out Al Paul, man. Yeah, I'm with you. I think eventually they'll find out that they're not quite ready yet. I know. And my biggest concern with Penn State is the quarterback. You know what I mean? It's just the inexperience. He's clearly talented, but it's the experience.
Bro, how did they do this? This is malpractice. They got Michigan, Ohio, State, and Penn State all on one side.
Right.
Really?
Right. Yeah.
On the other side, Iowa, Wisconsin, Northwestern, Minnesota, Nebraska, Purdue.
It's by design, though, bro. It's by design.
Awful.
No. I'm gonna tell you why they did that, bro. This is me.
You can still play the same teams every year, bro. That's fine.
No, but it's just speculation, bro. It's like you don't want your potential playoff team going into that buzzsaw in the championship game.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
All right, man.
Because the teams are going to play each other. They're going to play each other each year, right? So you don't want to necessarily have a rubber match. It's not a rubber match. It's just a rematch. A rematch and derail your potential.
The whole just Big Ten in general. I got
that's what I think it is. That's what I think it is.
Was thinking ahead. I'm being selfish.
Conspiracy theory,
right?
But
hey man, tinfoil hat. We got it. Let's get it.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, this particular contest is chock full of pro talent, and we'll be watching this one closely.
Absolutely.
In order to determine, who starts to really separate themselves, right? There's obviously some blue chippers, i.e. Olu Fashanu. I think between him and Marvin Harrison Jr., clearly the 2 best prospects from either team in this class. I mean, we're talking about potential top 3 picks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to see Harrison, Olu go 2-3 in whichever order. But a lot of NFL talent in this game. There's going to be a lot of players that are going to, be on NFL rosters come 2024. So looking to see who's going to be a guy who's going to help themselves, who's going to increase their draft stock, who's going to really make themselves some money. So looking forward to this particular contest for sure. Yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of eyes on the King on the
King. Yeah,
MHGA
I mean, we talk
matchup.
about corners, bro, and I
Sure.
don't think there's a number one corner out there right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's kind of
you go out
separate
there
themselves. That's it.
and keep Harrison Jr. out the end zone.
That's it.
Mm,
You know
that
what I'm
could go a
saying?
long way for your draft stock for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. This one is going to be a heavyweight match. Like I said, we had a great matchup between Oregon and Washington last week. This keeps it rolling. This keeps it rolling. So we're really in the heart of the college football season, and of course, with all the game film, with all the matchups we've seen, all the play we've seen thus far. Some people are arguing, D-Kid, that Travis Hunter would be a better receiver, bro. I think either way, he's playing too many snaps. I think he's playing too many snaps, and I think that's what cost him, the reason why he struggled on the defensive side of the ball in this game, later in the game, because he just ran out of gas. But yeah, some people feel like he's better with the ball in his hands. So we'll see about Travis Hunter. We'll see about Travis Hunter. But that being said, let's get into a little bit of a mock draft here, man.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's get cute, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get cute.
Let's get cute, bro.
Let's get cute. All right, give me just a second here. Drew, you are selecting the odds, and I am selecting for the evens. So we will certainly listen to feedback from the comment section, but no promises. D-Kid, Joey, we're not making any promises that we're going to select your guy. All right.
No trades. No trades, by the way, too.
Joey, who's your NFL team? Let me know. I know D-Kid, I know his Giants. They just
hurt.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Hurt. Absolutely. Drew will be selecting for the Giants 5th overall. We're not going to do any trades this time around. Drew nixed that idea. I was going to say, let's do some trades, but he nixed it. No. So, okay, Joey. I think I knew that. Joey. I think I knew that. All right. Well, I'm going to see if we can do your Niners some justice as well. So let's get into it, Drew.
All right, man. With the first pick overall, Chicago Bears are going to select Marvin Harrison Jr. Lock it up.
Marvin Harrison Jr. So you're riding with Justin Fields here.
Yeah, we're gonna ride till the wheels fall off, bro.
What do you think actually happens? Let's assume Justin Fields obviously is hurt, so he's going to miss a week or two at least. He dislocated a finger, on his throwing hand. So that's a significant injury for a quarterback, obviously. What do you think happens, assuming they get Eberflus and the GM out of there? Right, you got a new brain trust. I would imagine they would draft Caleb Williams and look to move Justin Fields. That would be my thought process. I'm still a believer in Fields. I still think that there are things, that I don't think they've put him in a position to truly be successful. You see the flashes, the consistency hasn't necessarily been there. It doesn't make any sense to me to hire a defensive-minded head coach and then employ a play caller who's never called plays at the NFL level. You know what that doesn't make any sense with a young quarterback that needs help in terms of his development. But I would expect whoever's in the one hole, even if it is the Bears because they own the Panthers pick, to select Caleb Williams here. I would expect that. All right.
I can't do it, bro.
Can't do it.
I can't do it, and here's why. Because I believe Justin Fields is a franchise quarterback. 1, 2, and this is the type of shit that pisses me off. You said it.
You're
bro.
angry.
You draft a quarterback and then you destroy him. Like you set him up to fail from the very beginning. And so now I think if first of all, like you said, it's got to be an offensive guy that walks through that door, right? Or if it is a defensive guy, then what is the offensive plan? Who is the guy that's going to reinvigorate? And I would just walk in and say, Justin Fields, I don't care what happened the past year, 2 years, whatever it is, that never happened to me. We're just going to hit the reset button like this never happened, and we're going to start this thing off fresh because that back there was trash, bro. It was roadkill. It was nasty. It was bad. And because they assume they have the first and the second pick, that's probably not going to happen. But let's just assume they have that. You're trading one of these picks, point blank, period.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trading one of
Yeah.
them. Whether you draft a quarterback, whether you draft Marvin Harrison,
I agree with that.
You're trading one of them. You're not keeping one of them, right? But that sets you up for success to get one of the top players in the draft. So let's assume you got your quarterback. We got him a receiver, a legit receiver outside of over there with DJ Moore. That's a good combination, right? And so now, what do you do with that second pick? It would be what are we getting for trading this other pick that we have? Right. We can build this thing. That can be the catalyst for us to start to build this thing properly and do the right thing.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with your thought process, right? And if I were this coaching staff, I don't know. I don't know whether or not it makes sense to go with Caleb Williams if the coaching staff comes back. It almost certainly I would expect the new coaching staff, the new GM, to want their guy. And I'm not holding it against Justin Fields. I just think that you'd be able to net, as Joey Nichols, the kid, have mentioned, you would net a good return for Justin Fields, and you'd be able to, start your franchise anew with Caleb Williams. Does Caleb Williams want to play for the Bears? Good question. Good question. I've heard reports that he wants ownership stakes, all kind of stuff. So I don't know. I don't know that he would necessarily want to play for the Bears.
I hate when I see that shit, bro. Like,
it's the aggregators. You know how they.
It's so ridiculous, bro. What owner is doing that, bro?
Yeah,
you haven't done anything. Sure. What are we talking about? Stop it.
But I think a new coaching staff, and certainly as it pertains to Justin Fields, you bring in a new coaching staff. This is his third offense. Yeah. First contract, third offense.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Right? It would be, to me it would be let's start anew, start fresh. Send Justin Fields to Atlanta. Atlanta should have drafted him and not Kyle Pitts. Send him to Atlanta.
That's a good deal. I like that.
And let's see where we can go from there. Then
you're
in a 12 hole, perhaps. You know what I'm saying? So, but as you selected Marvin Harrison Jr., you have set the tone. We are sticking with Justin Fields, and as D-Kit mentioned, there's no thought process here for me. It's fashionable, bro. Him and Darnell Wright. And we're finally going to actually protect the quarterback, whoever it may be. Right? If you go Caleb Williams 1, Olu Fashanu needs to be the next pick. If you don't take Caleb Williams 1 and you trade out of that, Olu Fashanu needs to be the next pick. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. Right? Let's get the offensive line right. It's the most important position group, and certainly Justin Fields could stand to be protected better, especially considering that he holds the ball a little bit longer than you'd like. But yeah, he's also taken a beating over the course of his young career. All right, Denver's up on the clock here, Drew.
All right, man. Here we go with another quarterback problem. The defense is terrible. They're talking about having a fire sale in terms of their defense. I think Denver and I think Arizona is kind of in the same position in terms of, can we really get rid of our quarterback? Because, we not good, right? No. And Denver in particular, Arizona, them boys out there fighting. So we'll see what that looks like when Kyler Murray gets back, right? But it's bad in Denver, bro. It's ugly, bro. And I'm gonna lean. I'm gonna give Russ a little room, bro. Maybe in 6 weeks I'll be saying something completely different, but I'm gonna give him a little room. I'm gonna say Peyton gonna get him right
under Sean Payton. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say he's gonna get him right.
Some people think Sean Payton, him being away, he lost it, man. No Drew Brees. Say there's no Drew Brees out there, man. I don't know. But Russ hasn't been good enough, bro.
No, Russ hasn't been good, but that defense has been awful, and that's probably a bigger problem for this football team than anything else. So I'm gonna take.
Ooh, Caleb sliding. Caleb sliding?
Yeah, he's gonna slide, bro. Slide on out. There's too much money, bro. There's too much money, man. I'm trying to be fiscally responsible.
Fiscally responsible.
Yeah, fiscally responsible. I'm gonna go edge. I'm gonna take Jared Verse, man. I'm gonna do that.
Jared Verse.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that puts the Cardinals on the clock, and they have a similar but different situation as compared to Denver as far as the quarterback position. I think just from a talent perspective, and when he was healthy, the level at which he was playing certainly was better than a Russell Wilson, that being Kyler Murray. Just came off of PUP, and he'll be activated here within the next 21 days, effectively. But he too signed a contract when Russ was extended by Denver, and there's a lot of money here at stake. So really what it comes down to is how much of the cap hit is an organization willing to take on, right? How much, because I don't, there's no trade market for Russell Wilson. There's no trade market for him. Kyler Murray goes out here and he might, have to knock off a little bit of rust, but he puts together 5, 6 good weeks of football. If you can find somebody to engage in order to move him, save that money as you're rebuilding this thing, right? And bring in a Caleb Williams, I think you have to explore it. I think you have to explore it. Whether it actually materializes is a different conversation altogether. But I can't in good conscience not select Caleb Williams here. I can't do it, especially with Kyler Murray coming off the injury. Like what you want to see is Kyler Murray play well, create that market for him, and move off of him. You're gonna have to pay some money, but if you don't have to foot the entire bill for that huge guaranteed contract, a lot of it's guaranteed, most of it's guaranteed. Yeah, then I'd be willing to go in that direction, right? You got a new brain trust in there. Of course, Arizona's had its issues in terms of its owner and GM, and they like to operate like frat boys, whatever the case may be. So it would be a full reset moving off of Kyler. So I'm gonna go with Caleb Williams right here.
Okay, I ain't mad at it. You explained it. So
best case scenario. Now again, Of course, if that trade doesn't materialize, you go in a different direction. You Brock Bowers probably. That's probably what direction I go in. Hey, D-Kid threatening you, bruh. Hey,
May for Giants.
You're not going nowhere.
I'm unsubscribing. Y'all just signed a quarterback, right?
But the deal's a lot more cost effective.
Is it?
They can move off of Daniel Jones. Yeah. And even if you had to eat the full brunt of that dead cap, I think it's worth it. I think okay. I need Dable to get his guy.
All right. Well, let me get my guy then, and Drake May. Let's do it then.
Let's do it.
Because I was gonna get you Keon Coleman, but I was gonna get you FSU. Keon Coleman. State, man. I was gonna get you State, but
damn, Keon Coleman, 5th overall, bro.
Wasn't he a receiver, bro? I'm just saying, bro.
I hear that they need a receiver, but I don't know about that one. Hey, man, listen.
One of their problems is receiver, bro. Period.
New England is terrible offensively. I think going into this past week, they were averaging 11 points a game. I think the writing is on the wall. I don't know that Bill Belichick is much longer for this game. Certainly, Bill O'Brien. We thought that he might be incrementally better than Matt Patricia. Hasn't proved to be that way thus far. So I'm gonna start. Of course, they have to get better on the perimeter. They need to add speed. They need to add creativity, play calling. There's a lot of work that needs to be done in New England. But I'm gonna start with the guy we talked about at the top of this particular show, on Michael Penix. Yeah, I need the point guard. I need the guy who can deliver the football in that Boston weather during the blizzard. You know what I'm saying? And get it to the weapons that eventually we will add. But certainly, what I've seen from Mac Jones, he's in a pure regression at this point. He's not even managing the game. I don't expect him to go out there and pull a Michael Vick. I don't expect him to make wild plays. I do expect him to protect the football, and he's not doing that. Throwing the ball across his body, inaccurate. It's all bad. And I know it's confidence. I know a lot of it has to do with confidence, but I've seen enough. I've seen enough to this point. So let's go Michael Penix here.
I don't think, the way, the New England way, if you're not winning, that shit just wears on you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weight on your shoulder, weight on your ankles. Like it's not. And finally, right? No Brady. All them drafts.
It's gotten up to
all them drafts, bro.
Yeah.
Have finally caught you.
Yeah.
Because they've been bad.
It's been long understood. It's been long understood that Belichick is a much better evaluator of pro talent than he is collegiate talent. And Belichick, the GM, he's failed. Unfortunately, he's failed. He's failed. You can still see his teams are well coached on the defensive side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? When he has his horses healthy, they can make it tough on anybody, right? But the offense is offensive, bro. As Roddy would put it, man. It's tough to watch. It is very difficult to watch. You got Minnesota on the clock. They'll likely be in the market for quarterback. A lot of quarterback needy teams, man.
Yeah, we gotta we can draft Shador. I can do it. I'm allowed.
You can do it.
Okay.
If you want to do it, you could do it.
We're gonna go Shador Sanders.
Yeah. Now, we're not anticipating Shador in the 2024 class,
Correct.
but until he definitively indicates that he's going back to school,
yeah,
he will be in our mock drafts until that point. So Shador to the Vikings. And of course, that puts me in a little bit of a difficult position here.
Yeah, I know.
Tannehill is done. It's clear to me that he's done. I don't have a whole lot of faith in Will Levis. They did use a second-round pick on him last year. There isn't another quarterback that I'm ready to select with the eighth overall pick.
Yeah, I'm with
you. There really isn't. There really isn't. So, offensively, they could stand to get better along the offensive line. You got Joe Alt. You got J.C. Latham. They need weapons as well. Hopkins is your best receiver. He's getting longer in the tooth. Traylon Burks can't stay healthy. Chig is okay, but you know, Derrick Henry getting longer in the tooth. So I'm gonna go with the playmaker, man. I'm gonna go with Brock Bowers here.
Okay, I ain't mad at it. I like it.
Talent creates some matchup problems for those defenses in the AFC South.
Right. I like it.
Yeah, Joey, I'm with you. Give me Neighbors, receiver 2, baby.
Here we go.
I stay true. Stay true. He's been my receiver 2 all the whole way, so I'm staying true until
further notice.
Until further notice. Coleman's coming. He's definitely top 5, but I'm not ready to put him receiver 2, man. I can't do it. Green Bay.
All right, let's Joe Alt,
man. What the Packers doing? Joe Alt?
Yeah, let's do it. That's too easy, man. It's a match made in heaven. I know Jake is happy. He's ecstatic. Let's do the right thing, man.
All right, we got the Chargers. The Chargers who can beat anybody and of course lose to anyone.
Sure.
They are on the clock. They have some question marks. There's some question marks, right? So of course you take Quentin Johnston in the first round. Mike Williams is injured. I don't expect Mike Williams back. His contract figure gets out of control after 2023. Joey Bosa, his contract number is going to balloon. You got Khalil Mack. His is going to balloon. I'm not necessarily anticipating him back in 2024. So I think even with Thule, I think they could stand to get better in terms of getting after the passer. I think that's an area that they certainly can address. I wouldn't dismiss the idea of adding another weapon on the offensive side of the ball. If Brock Bowers was here, almost certainly would take him. I could definitely live with the Malik Neighbors here too, but I'm gonna go with a guy who I don't know, Drew. But by the time it's all said and done, it might be a 1A, 1B situation for me in terms of the top edge in this class. It might be.
You saying Latu?
Latu, man.
Yeah, bro.
Man, those hands, bro. Again, the medicals. That's going to be a big part of it. They're going to be scouts who feel like he doesn't possess a superior athletic trait. You look for that. You look for the tools, right? You look for upside and you look for traits, right? He may not possess, but the technical prowess is so high.
He just gets it done.
Red hot motor. He can play in coverage. He can play in space. He can do it all. His technique is flawless. So I'm gonna go Latu here, man. I'm gonna go Latu. It's gonna be Latu and Thule taking over in the long term and the short term as well. So the Chargers got to play some defense. I think corner is also a spot that they could go Kool-Aid. Kalen King could be in the conversation, but I'm gonna affect the passer. We got to play Mahomes twice a year. We could beat up Russ and whoever they got out in Oakland. So Las Vegas. Yeah, I mean, but we gotta affect the passer. We absolutely have to affect the passer.
All right, man.
Basically, the quarterback too, huh?
Bro, I'm looking at these Saints, and
I can definitely see that, D Kid. I could definitely see that. It's the contract situation, the fact that J.C. Jackson didn't work out. I certainly understand that.
Yeah, corner. Yeah,
Yeah,
I could see that too. The Saints, bro. Like I really just want to draft a quarterback for them. I want to help them out, right? But I'm not going to do it with the 11th pick overall.
You're not going to do it. Okay.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
But what I will do,
Mm-hmm.
what I will do is I will get them a receiver who is going to stay healthy. And I'm going to draft your guy, bro.
I took Penix. I took Penix at 6, Joey.
No, you know what?
No trades in this particular mod, but we're going to rectify that next time around.
Let me... I'm not sure who I want. I'm thinking Neighbors,
Sure?
thinking Coleman. I'm thinking on Dunze. I'm kind of working through it.
Well, let's work through it. Who do you believe complements pairs best with Olave? Because I know that's a big thing for you is the fit, right?
It is.
I know that's a big thing for you.
Mm.
Coleman's going to give you that catch radius. He's going to give you, that room for error.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I just think Neighbors, his all around game is just better.
I would agree with you. But I like the catch radius. I like that we can make up for the mistakes for the bad
especially
throws,
with Olave. Especially with Olave.
Yeah, with Olave, and then you got the speed with the speed on the outside or from the slot. Let's go Coleman. You talked me into it, man. Let's do Coleman. I think it's the best fit there, man. I don't know who's going to be throwing him the football, but noodle arm out there.
Part of me, I can just hear Headley. I can hear Headley talking about his Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Improving the pass rush. Obviously, that's something that he's going to want to do. You got players who could do that on the board. Of course, you could get somebody opposite because I don't know how well Okudah has fared. I think he's been okay when he's been on the field, but we're not getting the guy that we thought was a top 5 pick, right? Obviously, Kool-Aid would be a good fit here. Of course, the Falcons have a need at quarterback, right? They're going to use the balance of this season to figure out whether or not Desmond Ridder could be the guy. He played better 2 weeks ago. Then he kind of came back down to earth this past week. So I'm gonna push it early. I don't love it. Although he's played well. And dude, the percentage of third down throws that have turned into first downs, JJ McCarthy leads the nation by a wide margin. It's like 70% of his
efficient
third down throws are going for first downs. And to put it in context, Mike Penix is in the top 4 or so, and he's at 47%, bro. So McCarthy's been playing really well. I know Headley likes him. I don't love it, but I think he certainly is an improvement to Desmond Ridder. So let's go JJ McCarthy. And he's really the last quarterback that I would consider in the first. Actually, I shouldn't say that. There's one more guy. I like in the first round. Upside guy.
Upside? Oh, yeah, I see him. I see him. All right, man. We got the Arizona Cardinals, and this is, like you said, hopefully we see Kyler Murray come back, play good enough so we can get some trade value, move him out, move in Caleb Williams. We'll take the cap hit. And then we got to get Caleb some weapons, right? And so I think this is where number 2 wide receiver Malik Neighbors comes off the board, man. Give him a guy who can throw the football to, a guy who can make plays after the catch.
I love it.
Malik Neighbors, let's do it, man.
Let's do it. All right, we got Vegas on the clock here. And
bro, these boys, my quarterback. They love them some Aiden Connell, though, right?
Listen, it's another quarterback needed team. It's another head coach needed team.
Yo.
I see my guy there, but I'm not ready to do it. I could go get somebody opposite Max Crosby, even though they went Tyree Wilson. You can never have too many pass rushers. I think they could probably use a corner as well. And I think that's probably where I land on this one. Interior defensive line may be an area to address. Big Johnny Newton, Jershon is a guy that I would consider. But I'm You think Latham D Kit? So you got Colton Miller. They do have some concerns up front. They do have some concerns up front. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that.
Let me see. They got
is it Illuminor
Colton?
that's playing?
Yeah, Illuminor.
Right tackle.
Yeah,
Illuminor.
yeah.
JC or Kool-Aid. One of these Bama boys.
They got. Bro, I'm going corner, bro.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lean Kool-Aid.
They do got your boy though, Jakarian Bennett, and they drafted him, and they drafted Chris Smith last year. Those two guys. So, and Peters, I think it might be a 1 year. I'm not sure, a 1 year deal with his contract. I'm not sure what that looks like, but I don't think.
It's a 1 year deal. It's a 1 year deal. I think. The part of me that obviously professes, offensive line, most important position group. Offensive line, most important position group. Right. That's what's calling me to Latham, but I think there's a significant need at corner too, and I don't feel comfortable letting Kool-Aid slide any further. In fact, I think JC Latham probably is off the board at this point in a typical draft as well. But I'm gonna go Kool-Aid in this particular mock draft. See how I feel about it. Indy.
All right. Next up, this is the team I'm having troubles with because
Jakorian got that juice. We got a chance to see him live in Mobile, and he can
that's
fly.
The real deal out there, man.
Oh yeah,
that's the real deal out there.
A little smaller though. The same thing with Amit Robertson. A little smaller. I think Kool-Aid gives you a little bit more size out there to be able to match up with some of those bigger receivers.
Looking at this team, I know they drafted my guy last year, Blake Freeland. Looks like they want him to play the right side. They got Braden Smith over there as well. But I think they can get out of his deal after this year.
Your boy's been playing well. Bernhard Ryman.
He's
been playing well.
So we won't touch tackle. Receivers, you got my guy Alec Pierce. Y'all boys hated. You got your boy Michael Pittman Jr. and you got Josh Downs. Downs out there balling, man. What's going on? I don't watch too much.
Yeah. He's with your boy Fu Manchu.
Okay.
What's
doing
his
work?
Name,
Gardner.
Yeah. Minshew. Yeah. He been eating with Minshew. Right, Jakorian's got a pretty thick build. He's got a pretty thick build.
He ain't thin out there.
Yeah, but he's missing some of those inches. He's missing some of those inches. Special athlete for sure.
This one's a tough one, bro. I think I'm gonna go.
The kid said he liked Johnny Newton.
You like Johnny Newton?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the boys' beef. They got DeForest.
They got DeForest in there.
They got your boy.
I'll be real.
Adebaware out here, bro.
Yeah. I'll be real with you. I would take Dallas Turner, bro. Dallas Turner showed me something this year.
So what have you seen? Yeah, we have.
So we were concerned that he didn't really have any secondary, tertiary pass moves, right? It was just the shock value in his hands, the power guy. I've seen a little bit more twitchy. I've seen a little bit more, overhand. He's still got work to do. But he's consistently affecting the quarterback. I think he's among the FBS leaders.
I did see that.
Top 2 in terms of pressures this season. So Turner, the light bulb has come on with Turner. I see a different player than last year. Like I said, I don't think he's a finished product, but I am much more encouraged by what I've seen thus far this year.
All right, I'm gonna give him some run, man.
Let's give him some run.
Let's go ahead. Let's lock him down, man. Because you don't have to come in and be a hero for that team either with what they got over there on the roster. So,
all right.
Yeah, you already know what to do here. It's easy, bro.
The Commanders. It's easy. What's so easy about this pick?
Tackle, bro. It's not even a discussion. Just
JC. Yeah.
Protect my man Sam Howell. Let's run it.
There's a whole Chase Young thing, right? That there's a whole, what are we gonna do in terms of the pass rush moving forward? I think Deron Payne is franchise tagged.
Yeah.
Right. He could be on the out. So things could look a little bit differently up front, but all things considered, I'm gonna go with JC Latham here.
Protect your quarterback, man. Somehow just need some protection. Get it done. All right.
Get it done.
All right. Next up, we have the New York Zach Wilson Jets.
The Zach Wilson led Jets. What do you think about your boy Wilson? How he's played thus far? What do you think?
I I thought he obviously started off real shaky. I think he was just kind of blindsided. Wasn't expected to play. He was over there chilling, eating hot Cheetos and Fritos and all that, and then just had to come in and I thought he was shaky at first, but I think he's kind of it's a little bit of a slow burn, but he's starting to turn it on, man. And that Jets defense, you know, they finally kind of playing up to their level of defense now. So, you know, as long as Zach Wilson doesn't make the big mistake or the stupid mistake, I think this team will be pretty much in every game and probably, I mean, they probably can beat anybody, to be honest with you, because I think this team is equipped to handle anything that comes their way. Just the quarterback's gotta be there. So yeah, and I think Brett Favre being on the sideline probably helps a little bit. I'm not Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers on the sideline helps a little bit more. Both of these guys play for this team. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
My fault. I've dated myself, man. I've dated myself.
A little bit.
Brett Favre.
A little bit.
Yeah. I know the offensive line was an issue, and it had more to do with just guys coming off of injury and not sure what you're getting. But I don't know if I want to do that, man. I don't know if I want to go sexy, man. And I'm not a fan of the receiver room that they have, but I know they did that specifically for Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't realize Elijah tore his Achilles.
Tucker?
Yeah. See my guy Becton though out there.
Yeah, he doing what he's supposed to be doing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go receiver, bro. I'm not going offensive line. I'm gonna go receiver though.
Receiver.
Yeah.
All right.
All
right. So you're pairing somebody up here with Garrett Wilson?
Yeah, we're gonna do the right thing because
who's a stud? Just get somebody to throw him the ball. Please.
We're gonna
get that man somebody to throw him the ball.
Let's see.
Why you half stepping? You know you want Rome.
I want Rome, but I want to do something sexy, bro.
Rome not sexy? You already got the sexy with Garrett Wilson. That's the sexy.
That is the sexy. All right, man. You're right, man. I was thinking Xavier Worthy, man. I was trying to go sexy, but we'll go Rome.
So you're comfortable. You're comfortable with that offensive line.
I mean, if you're telling me Aaron Rodgers is back, yeah. Right?
Okay. I mean, this is 40-year-old plus Aaron Rodgers now. It's not like sprightly, you know. I'm just, you know, a little devil's advocate. Man. If Rome is your pick, then Rome's your pick, you know.
I went O-line here. It's between Mims, a tackle. It's between
That
Mims.
Is, my friend. Garrett is a baller.
Kingsley, and it's between Guyton.
Ooh, Tyler. Yeah. My draft database got to tighten up because Tyler's too low.
Yeah, Tyler's too low.
This guy, Talib Swaga, is entirely too low as well. Yeah, and they have him listed as interior offensive line. So there may be NFL teams that prefer him there, but he looks good right tackle, especially climbing to that next level. Oof.
Nice.
Burying folks out there, bro.
No, I'm gonna go sexy, bro. Let's do it. Because I think this is a good tackle class. So
you like the depth there.
Yeah, we catch a guy on the back end next round.
Rome?
So let me get that Rome.
All right.
Let me get that Rome, bro.
Okay. Rome Odunze.
Let's get it.
All right. We got the Bengals on the clock, and my initial thought process, two things. T. Higgins likely will be on the move, right? Mm-hmm. Tyler Boyd also may be out of Cincinnati, so receiver certainly is a need. You can always stand to improve in terms of adding pass rushers. I think their second level of the defense is in good shape. Pratt, Logan Wilson. Secondary is young but talented. They may need to add a body here or there. I think Chidobe will be a free agent. But I also think about protecting Joe Burrow. Right?
That's the biggest thing, bro.
They have issues protecting him.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying? The running game is subpar. So I'm wondering, and Jonah Williams has played well at right tackle. He's playing the best football of his pro career currently, but of course he will be a free agent as well. I wonder about, you know, what that's going to look like long term. I think this is a incredibly, you said the tackle position is deep. I think receiver is deep, insanely deep.
Yeah.
I think it's insanely deep in this class. So I mean, you still got Jamar Chase, and you got to pay him. He's your big guy. You know, maybe they get something out of your boy from Purdue next season. I think Joseph is from Princeton. He's been getting more run. I would consider hitting free agency, get a cheaper veteran, and then drafting a receiver day 2 in Cincinnati, considering that I think they can stand to improve on the offensive line. And we're not sure about Jonah Williams. We're not sure about his future there. So that takes me to you guys you mentioned, right? You got Amarius Mims, you got Kingsley, you got Patrick Paul, Tyler Guyton, and then Fuaga as well. So for the sake of this particular mock draft, not to belabor the point any further, Charlie Jones, thank you, D-Kid. Amarius Mims. We'll go to Amarius Mims.
Okay. All right. I like it. All right. We got the Los Angeles Rams. The first time they pick it in the first round in about 16 years. So, hopefully they don't screw this up. And they're actually playing some really, really good football, to be brutally honest with you. Surprisingly, I thought this team was.
I like that one, D-Kid. If I had to do it all over again, which I will eventually, Cooper Beebe might be the pick. Cooper Beebe
for those guys,
be the pick.
Yeah. I like that too.
Yeah,
it's a good selection. Slide him inside. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's playing inside right now. So,
yeah.
For the Rams, I actually think they could go anywhere outside of corner. I think their corners are actually playing well this season. Raheem Morris got that whole defense actually playing pretty well. He's probably going to be up for a head coaching job here shortly. Got my guy Puka out there doing his thing.
Puka.
Give my man credit where credit is due. But I think for these boys, let me just take a peek at this roster real quick before I make the selection. I think I know where I'm going.
Where the 86 for Brandon Dorless? What? Man, we got to wrap up our mock draft simulator, man. I was just talking to the developer about that.
I got about 86. The ones that hit the update, bro.
No more. They got some work to do. They got some work to do.
All right. Steve Avila is one of the best guards in football right now, right?
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Surprise you? Okay.
I thought what the Rams did day 3,
of
the 2023 draft was incredible.
It was nice. Yeah,
they got so much good talent, man. They hit up the Senior Bowl. That's what they did.
They did the right thing. Let's go get my guy Tyler Guyton, man. Let's shore up the O-line. Let's get it right, man.
Tyler Guyton.
Yeah, let's tighten it up, man.
That is your guy right there. The Bucks, Drew's Bucks.
Do the right thing, bro.
What you need, bro?
Tell
me what you need over here.
You know what we really need, bro?
No quarterback.
No quarterback. No offensive tackle. Them boys nice out there.
Who's playing opposite Wirfs? Who is it?
Luke
Gadecki?
Yeah, he's balling, bro. He done hand up your boy Aiden. Yeah, he hand up your boy Aiden Hutchinson. One balling, pressure, bro. One pressure.
Gadecki balling.
Yeah, he's been balling for the past 2 games, bro. That's 2 games. I'm just telling you, bro.
2 games, bro.
Yeah, and right tackle is actually his natural position. They tried to play him in that guard last year and got his ass,
Yeah.
Bad. Yeah, it's bad, bro.
Bad.
I would draft a safety for these guys, either safety or tight end. If Brock Bowers is there, I think this is a team that actually would trade to go get him, bro. To be honest with you.
You think so? Yeah, you're gonna have to really climb to get
Bowers. Yeah, they gotta get into the top 10, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna have to really climb.
But I don't know that you could take safety this early, but I would definitely go and get Cam Kitchens. Period.
So what's the word on Winfield? What's going on?
He coming back. They'll get him. They're gonna sign him up. Don't worry about it. But it's the guy opposite him, man. Right now, they got Ryan Neal right now, and he looking like a liability in coverage. I know that's not his game. His game is coming down in the box, causing some havoc, and being that short intermediate guy. But they need another safety, bro.
I hear you.
So,
we went into the season Cam Kitchens being our consensus number 1 safety, but he hasn't played that way this year, especially coming off the injury the last couple of games. He needs to decide whether or not he's a free safety or you coming downhill,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Because he's letting defenders get in behind him, but I expect him to clean it up. I really do expect him to clean it up. So you like Kitchens here? I mean, that's to you, man. I'm not going to debate you.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Right.
And if Cam ain't it, bro, it'll end up being Cole Bishop or maybe Cooper DeJean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was considering him because of some of the versatility that he possesses.
Right.
If Kinchins is playing to the level that he's capable of, he's the guy.
He is
just haven't seen it since he's returned from injury.
Yes. All right, man. Next up, we're gonna go ahead. I don't know that receiver is a problem with these guys, especially the way Stroud is playing. But we're gonna show up this D line. We're gonna get Derzon Newton
I like
for the
it.
Texans.
I like it. Yeah, Will Anderson out there, Grenard out there. And Big Johnny Newton up front. I like it. Seattle. Seattle could use a quarterback. Gino hasn't quite looked like himself.
Right.
DK, he's healthy. He's healthy this year, and he's playing better than he did a season ago. He's a physical. He's an enforcer. I still have question marks in terms of him going back, but coming forward, James Williams looks really good. Looks really good coming forward. So, got to have a plan for him.
Brother,
I'd like to see him.
Your guy.
I'd like to see him match up a little bit more with some of the the tight ends and stuff. But it's college, so not all teams are deploying tight ends like that. But yeah, I think he's in the late day 2, early day 3 conversation right now for me. People got him pegged for the first round. I don't see it. What you saying, Drew?
Cam Ward, bro.
Yeah, that is my next quarterback. That is my next quarterback.
This is it right here, bro.
I'm trying to.
It's Seattle. No, bro. It's Seattle, Washington, bro. We know what they do, bro. They you know what I'm saying? They don't leave the state.
How's the interior? How's the interior of that offensive line,
though? For Seattle, I don't think it's all that great.
Yeah, I'm looking at Chop. D Kid.
Hold on, let me check these boys out. So they got Charles Cross on the outside. They got your boy. It looks like I think he's injured.
Yeah, the tackles are good.
Yeah, tackles are straight.
Good. They're hurt.
Anthony Bradford, Evan Brown, and Phil Haynes in the. They got the your boy from last year, or from Michigan in the draft, Olu. As the center. So we're talking about guard. Looks like we might be talking about guard here.
Guard.
Yeah.
Guard.
So I like Jackson.
Cooper BB type
Cooper,
of deal.
That's a Cooper BB.
Yeah.
I like a Cooper BB.
You said DK, you're right. They do need pass rush.
I didn't look at their defense. My bad.
We got Mafe out there. Who else they got?
They got Mafe.
Uchenna, Nwosu. I think he's in the last year of his deal.
They drafted Derek Hall last year, though. You know what I'm saying?
Derek Hall last year.
You know what I'm saying? So who's higher rated? And you go, I think you should go that way.
That's the direction you go in.
Yeah, it's whoever's higher rated. So it's got Chop. It's Chop, JT. Hold on, let me pull it up. I'm doing. Chop, JT, Braylon Trice, ZTF. I know we like Gabriel Murphy higher a lot more than most people, and we like Jonah Ellis as well.
Yeah, Utah.
Yeah.
It's down to Chop.
Okay.
Or offensive line for me. That's what it comes down to. I'm gonna go with DK. DK says he feels good about the players they have up front. They're just kind of banged up along the offensive line. Okay. So let's go with Chop. Let's go with Chop.
I'm good. Yeah. I'm good with Chop. All right, Pittsburgh. I know you was hating on Pittsburgh, bro. The last time we did a draft, bro, you was hating, bro. It was because we didn't go offensive line. So let me pull these boys up.
I think they might have most of the solutions in-house. They're just not played in the right positions.
Oh, wow. Okay.
As I think about it, but you're not gonna get an argument from me if you add somebody to the O-line here.
Yeah, Pittsburgh fan gonna be upset though. Boys get mad if you don't make the right selection, man. Ready to take your head off.
Hayward being hurt is a big deal, and he's obviously getting longer in the tooth. So but Keanu Benson, oh man, that's a man.
That is
a man.
So them boys need a corner and
somebody opposite Joey Porter Jr. Yeah.
All right. So who we got? Who's on the board?
Kalen right there sitting there.
Oh yeah, go ahead, knock it up, bro.
Scoop, lock it up.
So we going Penn State.
Penn State.
Okay, let's go, bro.
Penn State. All right. So Buffalo's on the clock here at Oliver, looking like the player that we thought he was coming out of college. My My guy Matt Milano went down to injury. That hurts. That hurts dearly.
Yes.
Cornerback is an issue.
Yeah, it is. I'd agree.
Elam's not looking good, so I think Kalen King certainly would have been in play here. You're getting a little bit older, and injuries are a concern as far as the safety position with Poyer and Hyde. Their contracts are set to expire here soon. I think definitely offensive line is an area that can be addressed, D-Kit. You can add a receiver. Gabriel Davis, I think, is going to be a free agent here as well. So that makes sense too. Let's go to the offensive line. I want to get more physical. I want to get nasty. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I like Cooper Beebe here. I think he can provide some positional flexibility, although I think he lives at guard at the next level. He's certainly a player I would go with. The other guy, and I think he's going to be a really good football player, is Cooper. It's Cooper, man. It's Cooper. Safety is another deep position, though. Safety is another deep position. Who's the starting center at Buffalo? Help me out.
I think you always ask that, bro.
I know.
Let's see.
The
it
default.
is going to be. Oh yeah, we say this all the time. Mitch Morse.
Mitch Morse.
Yeah, former KC center. I think they're solid there. I think that's solid, bro.
Then I need a tackle. Then
you tackle.
Graham Barton, Jordan Morgan.
If you want to get physical, then Kingsley. Yeah, that's the physical guy right there, man.
Fuaga as well, bro.
Where's Fuaga? Where he at? Down at the bottom.
We got him in the interior O line.
Oh, you did say that.
Interior.
You did say that. Okay.
Yeah, I want to punch people in the mouth. Let's go Fuaga.
Okay, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't hating. Plus, we haven't said that name, so let's get him in there.
Yeah.
All right, man. Dallas, man. We on your team, bro. I don't know what these boys need, bro. I know your boy's not gonna play forever. You know,
Tyron.
Yeah, Tyron. I know he's not gonna play forever.
Yeah, I think this is the Cooper Beebe pick.
It's a Cooper Beebe pick.
I think you go Cooper Beebe. You could go Abuka. You could go Worthy.
Is receiver an issue for these boys?
I think so.
You think so? Okay, I haven't watched enough of Dallas. I don't like watching Dallas.
Yeah, I'm not. I think probably a bigger issue. Receiver is a problem, but a bigger issue is Mike McCarthy.
Oh yeah.
His play calling, like it's bad. But I like BB here. I think BB makes the most sense. You kick Tyler Smith out. That's the plan, right? Play him at left tackle. So
yeah. All right, Cooper Beebe, lock it up.
Cooper Beebe.
And I think Graham Barton plays tackle.
Guard.
He ends up playing guard
at the next level. Yeah, I agree. Jacksonville. Jaguars.
Them boys smoked on Colts last week, right? Got them boys.
You see your boy Demarius Williams has been balling.
Yeah.
Do we put somebody next to Rayshawn Jenkins instead of Wingard? You like Wingard out there?
I don't know if I like Wingard out there.
I like the way you think, my guy. Josh Allen is a free agent. That's significant.
They got to bring him back.
Him. They got to sign him.
What are they doing?
Yeah, they got to sign him. Especially with Walker not doing anything, not busting a grape. They definitely got to bring Josh Allen back.
Doing work for them boys.
What about that interior? What we saying?
Let's see, we got you talking D-line?
Yeah.
You got Fatukasi. You got
that's my guy. Fatukasi is my guy.
You got Tyler Lacey, they drafted last year. You got Harrison Robertson. What other? We can go interior. You want to go interior?
You can go interior, but I like what D Kid is thinking right here, though.
What D Kid thinking?
I don't know if you meant that for Dallas, but I kind of like it. Calvin really has been inconsistent in his first year back, coming off the suspension.
By dropping passes.
Christian Kirk's a nice slot. Zay Jones is a decent, third, fourth option in the passing game. But I think Worthy changes the complexion of this offense. So I want to continue. I want to continue to load up for your boy Trevor Lawrence. So let's go Worthy.
All right, man, load him up. All right, man. The Baltimore Ravens boys can't stay healthy to save their life, especially in the receiver room. They could use one of those receivers. Who's left?
Got a ton of them. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I can't.
Xavier Leggett.
Yeah, I'm not doing it, bro. Leggett would be actually fantastic for these boys.
Yeah.
Actually, really good. But let me just look at his defense. Just need to see what them corners talking about, because I know corner is an issue for these boys. Where the Ravens at? Ravens. There y'all go. You know what? Nah, let's just go receiver though. Let's not play that. Let's go ahead and get let's get Leggett, man. I just like the fit. When I'm looking at all these receivers, even my boy Jalen McMillan, I think Leggett would be an outstanding fit for these guys, man.
Yeah.
Size, speed, just gives them a different element, man. Yeah.
Who's the best defensive player on the board in your opinion?
Right now, let's make sure, because you know the boys be messing it up. It's tough, bro. Let me just go position by position.
I think for me, it's either you know what?
The problem is they don't have them in an order that I think is.
Yeah. Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to dig.
Yeah. For me, it's between Leonard Taylor and Chris Jenkins. I like Cooper DeJean as well here. They got a lot of players on the back end. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was a 1-year deal. He gets the season-ending injury. But Brian Branch is a stud. Kirby Joseph is playing well. Corner, they could probably go corner, but
I would probably say Cooper DeJean.
You like Cooper DeJean?
Yeah,
I think DK. I was just about to say it, man. Chris Jenkins because it's Michigan, man. Chris Jenkins because it's Michigan, man. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, do it.
I'm gonna do it, man.
No wrong, bro. I can't be mad at you, bro. That's okay.
Yeah,
I like
man.
it.
Miami,
You know
the track team.
The track team. Let me see. That offensive line is actually playing well, bro. I thought it was going to fall
Jackson
apart.
has been surprisingly good. He seems like he's finally coming around too.
He's figured it out. That offense obviously helps. Let us. I like Princely for this team. I like Michael Hall for this team. I like Leonard Taylor for this team. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to come down and we're going to draft Brandon Dorless.
Ooh, Dorless.
That's what we're doing, bro.
That's a man now.
That's a man, bro.
Brandon Dorless is a man. The mock draft database didn't love that pick, but I think wherever Dorless lands, he's going to be a difference maker.
Yep.
All right, we got San Francisco. And this team, bro.
Them boys in trouble.
Do you think so? Was it the injury bug? The injury bug getting a hold of them?
Like, I don't want to say Brock Purdy got exposed last week because they were actually playing a really good defense.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he looked hopeless, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, and listen.
Cleveland is sticky now.
No, they sticky.
Cleveland
but
is
there was
sticky.
throws to be made, and he missed those throws.
Sure.
Right? And that part of it to me is unacceptable. But again, you lost 2 beast players in a matter of minutes in that game. One of those players cost me some money. Don't forget the W deposit with Underdog Fantasy, where I could have made me a stack on stack, bro. And
I like Van Pran here too, D-Kid.
But I'm hurt.
I'm
hurt. But we're gonna get it back this weekend.
Yeah, Drew, I'm hurt for you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm hurt for you.
I sent that message. I said, that's all I need, bro. I said, is he hurt?
Injury.
Of course he gets hurt, bro.
Killed your stack. That would have been a nice lick, man. The babies would have had a Christmas for the ages right there, man.
What?
I'm telling you.
Bro. Yeah, bro.
Let's go Van Pran. Van Pran.
Sure up the that's it. I love this because of his ability to move. I know me and Haley, I think disagree on the terms of his ability to move, but I like his movement.
No, he can move.
Or I think it's Headley talking about how his second level work third level work getting out there and getting on a body and staying on a body. But yeah, I like him for this team. That's a good fit, man. All right, we got the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, let's see what these boys talking about, man. You went Van Pran. And so, let me see what's left for the D-line. Boys need a receiver in the West Way. They did bring your boy over. You know who I like for these boys? I like Corley. I like Franklin.
Malachi?
You know what? No, let's.
You don't like Emeka? Or you think that's the Rashee Rice role there?
Nah, I think that might be misusing Rashee Rice, to be honest with you. But you know what? I'm gonna get my guy, bro. I'm gonna dish you, boy.
I think Ibuka would be a good fit here, but
I'm going Jalen McMillan, bro. Yeah, I'm a diss.
Yo,
that's my guy, bro. That's my guy. You feel me?
Yo,
if one of those guys is on the board, bro, I'm taking Jalen McMillan, bro. I'm just telling you, bro.
All right, better man. Player, last pick here. For me, it's between Ibuka and Cooper DeJean, but I'm gonna go DeJean. I'm gonna pair him up with Sidney Brown, and we're gonna be nasty on the back end, man. So let's go Cooper DeJean here.
Cooper DeJean.
All right. Let's save it up. Let's save it up, Drew. Real quick recap. Harrison Jr., Fashanu.
This football season, Prize Picks is making every game day.
Yeah. Shut up.
Yeah, shut up. Of course, there's no trades in this. We anticipate Caleb Williams going first overall. Drake May, Michael Penix Jr. So you have a run of quarterbacks. Shador, 4 quarterbacks in a row here. Brock Bowers, Joe Alt, Latu, Keon Coleman, JJ McCarthy, Malik Neighbors, Kool-Aid McKinstry, Dallas Turner, JC Latham, Rome O'Dunes, Amarius Mims, Tyler Guyton, Cameron Kinchins, Jershawn Newton to the Texans, Chop Robinson, Kalen King, Talise Fuaga, going to be a big climber, so keep an eye out for him. Cooper Beebe, Xavier Worthy, Xavier Leggett, Chris Jenkins, Brandon Doyle, Cedric Van Pran. As D-Kit mentioned, JT and Ibuka, a pair of Buckeyes falling out of the first round. I don't think both fall out. One potentially, but I don't think both falls out. I think receiver is so fluid. Bro, because there's so many good ones.
There is, right? There's different types and everything.
There's different types, different body types, and then I think with the need at quarterback, teams are going to be jockeying for position, and by the end of it all, you know what I'm saying? You could see one. Likely, I think it's more likely that Ibuka is the one who falls out of the first round because, of course, everybody's looking for pass rush, right? I think it's a possibility that one of those Ohio State Buckeyes falls out of the first round altogether. So this was fun. D-Kit, Joey, everybody who tuned in, thanks for watching. We appreciate you. As Drew mentioned, take advantage of our partnership with Underdog Fantasy, 2x your first deposit up to $100. The link is in the description. Again, use promo code CPGM. For Drew, this is Juice. We'll see you guys next week.